Tomorrow I'm going to be riding 100 Ks, so today's video we're going to be getting this Giant Reign ready to go bikepacking. Alright, so I'll give you guys a quick little look before. So this is how I've got it set up. It's just like my Enduro setup with the mullet back wheel. We're in the high setting and pretty much just how I've been riding. Alright, so first off, I'm actually real curious about how much this bike weighs. I brought one of these like $20 hanging scale things, and I'll try to loop it through the frame and then we can get the overall weight of what I'm starting with for this bike, because I had a lot of questions on my bike review about how much it weighs and I'm actually not sure. I think it's probably going to be around 15 kilos, so managed to get it hanging there. It's just sitting through. And stop the video now, put down in the comments how much you think this carbon Giant Reign weighs, and then if you get it right, maybe you'll win something. So I'll see how much it weighs. So look at that. So under 15 kilos, actually kind of surprising, so pretty stoked with that. Congrats if you got that right. But this is with the mullet back wheel, so it's probably lighter than what it originally comes out with, being the smaller back wheel. Rest of the bike's pretty stock. Alright, so the bike's on there properly. So I thought I'd probably share with the reason why I'm actually doing this bikepacking journey tomorrow. It's actually going to be a trial run for next week. I'm going on a trip overseas, so I'm bringing the bike with me. You'll probably find out more about that in tomorrow's video and leading up to the trip. This is going to be a trial run, so I'm bringing everything that I'm going to be bringing overseas for this journey tomorrow. So the main thing I want to swap out is this back wheel. I'm going to chuck back on the 29er wheel, because riding 100 Ks like with a mullet setup is going to be a lot harder than as if I just had the 29er back wheel. So first thing we're going to do is swap that out and then see what else we can do to make this bike a bit more comfy to ride. Alright. Get this wheel off. I hate taking the wheel off when it's like this. I usually put the bike upside down on the ground, makes it a lot easier. For the video, I guess we'll do it this way. Just take the axle out, and then it's this derailleur stuff that annoys me. But, oh, I think that's fine, but mullet wheel off. I'm actually going to have to change the cassette, because the 29er wheel that came with the bike, I put the cassette onto the mullet wheel, so quickly swap that over and then we can chuck this wheel on and go back to full 29. Alright, so the tools that are needed. I'm going to run the tool for the cassette and then the chain whip. That goes in. Okay, wasn't that tight. Good. And then there's the cassette. Alright, this might be a bit tricky. It's probably a good time to clean it, but I'll probably clean it once it's all back on the bike. Alright, cassette's on the big wheel, so we'll attempt to put this on the hard way. So I don't think I've ridden this 29er wheel for nearly a year now. I've kind of been on the mullet setup. Pretty much love the mullet setup, so there's no reason to really change. I am still considering, when I do travel with the bike next week, I'll switch back to the mullet, but just for this purpose tomorrow, riding 100 kilometers, I kind of wanted to make it as easy as possible. So, and I'm also planning on riding at the Redwoods with this setup. I'll see how it actually rides over there before I can make the decision finding it not too tight because I'm probably going to have to use a multi-tool if I get a flat tire or something. So, see if the gears are smooth. Alright, so the back wheel's swapped. Now I need to check my list and see what we're going to check. Alright, so last time I rode this bike I actually got really frustrated with how big the bike felt because I've been riding like a small XC hardtail for my training during the winter, and then jumping on this bike it felt huge, felt real slow, bars felt way too wide, so I think I'm gonna cut them down a little. I'm gonna check the width they are. I kind of think I want about 760, 770-ish, and that's including like the end of the grip, so I'll check where we are. So we're about 780 including the grip, so I kind of want to get 10 mil off each side, and that should make me a lot more comfortable. And then I want to adjust the bar roll because that felt really off last time I rode. So I'm actually going to cut these bars while they're still on the handlebar, so I'm probably just going to take the grips off, slide them out, and then I'll get the hacks. So I have cut these bars down when I first got the bike. I kind of took, they had little lines on them, and then I cut off already, I think 10 mil off each side, because these must have been 800 wire handlebars, but then these grips have quite a lot of like rubber on the end, and I usually ride with my hand right on the edge. I think if I cut them down another 10, it's going to be perfect. Alright, so this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm pretty much just going to do it real ghetto. Gonna go get my 10, or maybe I'll go 15. No, we'll go 10. Gonna score it. Gonna find where 10 mil is and then pretty much mark it and then start cutting it. Alright, got my mark, and then I'm going to put a line of tape about 10 mils in, and then I'll cut on that tape line. Because I don't have the proper tool to cut them properly, but this is what I did last time. You don't really notice anything different. It's what we do when we don't have the right tools, just get it done. About there. So it's not that much, but I think you'll notice it once the grips, and it's on both sides. So we'll start cutting this one. Alright, wish me luck. Done. Alright, a little bit off. I'll do the same to the other side, and then we'll get the front all set up. Check. Alright, just give it a quick sand. Don't have a file or anything, so I'm just gonna... And now we'll chuck the grip back on. Alright, it's come real close to the brake lever, but when the bike's on the ground I can adjust all that later and get these set up. So I'll just do these hand tight, nothing too crazy. Alright, so the next thing I want to tackle is the front of this bike. You can see it's probably a bit late, but I'm gonna try wrap the front of this bike, because on the front we're gonna have this gear bag on the handlebar, so it's gonna sit pretty much over here on the handlebar, and then I think it's going to rub a lot on the front of the frame, so to prevent like proper scratches that might wear through the paint, I'm going to put a plastic wrap, like the ride wrap, over. I'll just give you a quick demonstration. This is going to be the roll bag, and it's going to sit on the handlebar, and then I think it's going to rub somewhere around here, so to prevent scratches and stuff I'm going to try and get it Right, first, just give it a clean. Got these pre-installed wipes. See how that goes. Now I'm pretty much just going to use just a random cut. Hopefully that's wide enough. And just put that on. Just to protect it. Alright, it's probably not going to be like a permanent thing. It's pretty much just for the bikepacking journey. You can always take it off after, but I guess prevention's better than nothing, so now that's on. I kind of want to get rid of the sticker. It's from riding down in Queenstown for the gondola. Lets you know if your bike's big enough to go inside the gondola or outside, but it kind of makes the bike look like a rental, so I want to take that off. So don't want anyone asking if this bike's a rental. Alright, now the bike's not a rental. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is roll these handlebars forward a little bit because I felt like they were too slacked back. So it's pretty much just get an Allen key, loosen these, and then I'm just going to roll it. So I don't need much on this. I'm just going to kind of bring it about there. There's little markings on the stem, so I'm going to bring it to this line and then that will be my reference. I can always adjust it when I'm out riding, so not too fast on this. Alright, so next up I want to chuck this roll bag on the handlebars, and if you want to find out the contents of this bag, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video and I'll reveal what's in this bag. But it's already packed with what I'm going to bring. Adjust these straps and then wrap around the handlebar. And that's why I did the frame protecting, just so this won't get damaged. Brake cables get in the way, a little bit annoying, but alright, it's kind of like spaghetti back here with all these cables. This garment mounts right in the wrong spot. Alright, so that's kind of how it's sitting, and now there's, I kind of want it to sit up here somehow, so I think this one loops around, clicks in. That's gonna come around the stem. I guess that's kind of on there. I can adjust it when I'm out riding if it gets in the way, but got clips here, clips here. This is, you're still able to tighten it, but this thing's pretty sturdy. Not too bad. So the contents of the front bag's not too heavy. I would say it's less than like 2 kilos, but it's just how big the item is. It has to go in the roll bag. That's going to be all good. I'll adjust it when I'm riding. That's kind of why I'm doing this practice run, to get all my gear sorted, run through and see what we're missing. So that's the front, and then because I'm bringing backpack and stuff, like all my riding gear and all that, we're going to have to chuck on a carrier on the back. Let's see what I got. Alright, for the rear rack I had to go with the spider rack. It's the best looking one that I've seen. I looked at many reviews. This one seemed to be the best fit. Looks the best for what I'm doing. You can detach it pretty easy. It pretty much just clips on. But first I want to protect the back of the frame, just like what I did with the front of the frame, because if there's wear and tear, this is just going to eat through the coating. So this side does actually have like the ride wrap coating on, but not on the top, so I might just have to put a little layer there. But on this side there's nothing. I kind of was pretty lazy when I first got this bike, and I only put the ride rack on kind of the easier to install areas and then sort of left the rest. I still have lots left over, so we'll chuck one on now. That should get us through the trip. Alright, same process, just wipe it down, clean it up in that area just so it sticks. So there's actually a super long one that I'm going to go for and just protect this whole length of the chainstay. Pretty easy stuff to install. Not using any water because these are just small little areas that I'm using, so if I just walk it down back and forth, it should stick on pretty easy. Alright, so we installed it. It's probably going to be hard to see because it's clear on black, so it's on there though. The rack's kind of going to sit around here, so I just wanted to protect the top of that. The bottom from the straps I'm not too worried about because it's just a little bit of rubber, so that should be fine. On this side it's already protected. Just going to run it how it is. Alright, so I'm actually super excited to install this rack. By the looks of it, all you need is the 5mm Allen key. Pretty much it's going to come through here and it's just going to sit pretty much as far back as I can get it. This can all get adjusted later, same with the height of this, but first we just want to attach these, and the angle we have to change a little because it kicks in, but it seems so easy. Pretty much just grab one of these, hook it onto the other side, and then we just tighten it. And you just got to do that for all 4 sides. Super easy and pretty stoked. This is going to look sick with like all the bike packing stuff. So the back here, the limiting factor was this brake caliper, so I bring it back as much as I can because you want enough clearance from the chair or from your riding seat for your backpacks, because you've got to imagine there's going to be a huge backpack up here and you still want the seat to go up and down. So this does rotate either way, so we'll see once we put luggage on how much room we have, but it's got all these clips and stuff, and that was pretty much the install. So for up front, decided to get these 2 little bags that go right up in the corner here, and that's pretty much going to have the camera and the drone. Super easy to install little bags. Pretty much just wraps around the handlebar. And then the bottom one's going to attach to this front roll bag. A lot of stuff going on in the front now. Alright, super easy to install and perfect for your phone or your drone or snacks or anything. Alright, so there's a lot going on the front of this bike, but tomorrow's video I'll go through what I've actually packed in there, but today's video I just wanted to pack this bike out, and it's pretty much where we're at. We got the front roll bag packed with stuff that you'll find out later. We got these 2 little carry holes. I got the Garmin mount because I want to see how long it takes for me to do the 100Ks. I will chuck a little pump that I have, got the multi-tool and stuff, so I'm going to chuck in the frame storage. Got the 29er back wheel, and then we got the spider rack, which is super sick. And I'll also, in tomorrow's video, I'll start off with installing the stuff that I'm bringing, but that's probably going to be it for this video. Hope you guys like this little install. I'm pretty hyped for the bike ride I'm going to do tomorrow. Hope you guys are stoked for this journey. Stay tuned and subscribe if you want to check out all the videos to come. So catch you guys in the next one. Another jump. Another jump. Could triple that.